Well, I thought this might interest you. You are looking at the center of the age in which we live in. We live in an age consisting of 4,000 years, starting after the flood with Noah to our present age. You will see COVID 19 and probably the return of Christ, the second coming of Christ. Now I will give you a snapshot of the full age from a distance. I will give a running commentary about the Old Testament and the New Testament according to their chronology. After the flood, Noah and his three children, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, populated the world. Soon followed the Tower of Babel, in which the languages came to exist. Soon after, educated tribes like Sumerians were there. There was a notable man whom God loved, Abraham. He lived about 1800 BC. His children, particularly Jacob's children, are known as the Israelites. Jacob himself was known as Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel denote the 12 children of Israel. They occupied Palestine. Soon they were to go into captivity in Egypt. And then there arose Moses, born in the family of the Pharaoh, a Hebrew child. Moses liberated God used Moses to liberate Israelites from the clutches of Pharaoh. He lived in the same age of Job. The book of Job is written about the same age. After they settled in Palestine, there arose a king known as David, after God's own heart. David was a man chosen after God's own heart. In his prophecies, David in Psalms prophesies the coming Messiah. Soon, because of the disobedience of the Jews, they were taken into captivity by Nebuchadnezzar. And during captivity, first the northern 10 tribes, Ephraim, went into captivity in 721 BC. Later, the southern 2 tribes of Judah also went into captivity in 603 BC by the notable king Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel's dream of Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel's interpretation of Nebuchadnezzar's dreams is famous. Soon after Nebuchadnezzar, there came Cyrus. He was, as Isaiah had predicted, that he would be like a Messiah to the Jews, who would let them build their city in Jerusalem. Most of the prophets lived before the captivity or during the captivity. They prophesied about Christ, the coming King. Prior to the coming of Christ, we have a notable birth of Alexander, who established the Greek kingdom. Much of the New Testament is written in Greek and Latin because Greece ruled most of the regions where Christ lived. The Roman Empire started in 27 BCE, just a period before Christ came. Christ lived under the Roman in Jerusalem and was brutally crucified by the Jews. The children of God forgot God had come to visit them. This is the center of the age which we are living in. Soon after Christ's crucifixion, a lot of persecution arose for the believers. Up to 200 years, people were crucified, persecuted. Most of the apostles died due to persecution. But the spread of Christianity was very quick. So much so, the Constantine the Great, the Emperor of Rome, himself became a Christian by the year 306 AD. By the Edict of Milan, much of the persecution stopped for the Christians. Then came the Roman Empire. They were so powerful that the Roman Empire became corrupt and soon began the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. During the same time, birth of the false prophet took place in 571 AD. By the year 1000, a millennia age, the golden Muslim age had started. The Chola dynasty existed in India. World population was around 250 to 310 million approximately. The Holy Roman Empire, most powerful state, papacy, was in decline. During the time of 1200 AD, Mongol Empire, Genghis Khan invaded China. The Crusaders invaded Jerusalem. The Eastern Roman Empire was also in collapse. Constantinople was captured by Mehmed II of Ottoman Empire. Now it is Istanbul in Turkey. In the year 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered America. Soon after the discovery of America, Martin Luther's Reformation started against the Holy Roman Empire in Rome. The British became powerful and soon established their colonies world over. They established their colony in India in 1858. Soon after the captivity, Israel soon became a nation. After 2500 years, in the year 1948, Israel became a nation. We are here. You can see the mark COVID-19. We have almost come to the end of the age. Year 2200, we cannot say, but a sure event is going to take place: Christ's second coming. and the start of a new age. The beginning of the age was Noah. We have come to the end of the age. The scale taken here of 1 inch represents 200 years. A half an inch is 100 years. I think a slow run up from Christ to BC, before Christ, you might be interested. Thank you, friends.